what an evil eye, a hex damage, and a curse are, and what signs can be used to identify them. In order to understand in more detail what a person looks like when they have this kind of energy informational affliction, let's figure out what this affliction actually is, what it looks like, and what the differences between them are, so that we can have a more complete picture and a more correct understanding of what all of this actually is. The evil eye is a cut in the energetic field. So, if we translate this into physical terms, imagine that you made a little scratch on your hand. It's not really scary, it's not fatal. But when there are quite a lot of such scratches on the body, and they are quite deep, then that is already bad, because it already affects your well-being. So, the evil eye is the first level of energy informational affliction, the simplest one, in my opinion. Because the evil eye is a relatively small blow to a person's energetic field, nevertheless, a strong evil eye can damage a person's life. That is, it can disrupt their vitality, it can disrupt their financial aspect of life, their love life, and so on. To give someone the evil eye means to direct a negative impulse of energy toward another person. Since we are energetic beings, we can look at another person with an angry gaze and, as if with an arrow, pierce them with our energy. Especially if that energy is angry, filled with rage, negativity, and so on. You pierce the energetic field of another person. You break through their biofield. In this way, energy, you can imagine, begins to leak out of the biofield. If we talk about a hex damage, then this is already a more complex energetic affliction. It is a directly targeted informational structure. It has a core, it has a field, it has programs. A hex does not simply appear. That is, you cannot just look at another person and give them a hex damage. No, a hex is created in a certain way through certain rituals, actions, and so on. When the hex enters someone's field, it, like a virus, begins to destroy them from within. One way or another, when a person has a hex damage, it is difficult not to notice, because such a disruption leads to a huge number of difficulties. There are types of hex damage in the form of love spells, separation spells, a hex damage directed to death, directed at business, or directed at personal life. And if we talk about curses, then this is much more serious. A curse is a terrifying thing. A curse is not just an energetic cluster, it is an entity. It is an entity that attaches itself to an entire family lineage. That is why it is called a curse, because it can be a generational curse. That is, it attaches itself to the family lineage system and begins to feed on the person and all the members of the family. Curses are quite rare in nature. 99.9% of people will not have a curse. But if there is one, you see cyclical repetitions of the same events, the same scenarios. For example, all the men die before 40, or all the women get divorced at a certain age. And the cycle repeats itself, the same pattern, repeating over and over again. It's not that one person has one thing, another has a second thing, and a third has a third thing. As a rule, it is the same if it repeats over and over again. A curse, again, is a very complex and very substantial structure. It is extremely difficult to create. That is, not everyone even knows how to create a curse, even specialists. So, can we say that it occurs frequently? No, I repeat, it is rare.